Have you guys ever read a book called The Wizard of Oz? I do believe that you've all read this book or watched a film. If so, I have a few questions for you. As you read or watched through, who did you support? Did you cheer for Dorothy, the main character, when she finally succeeds in defeating the Wicked Witch? Were you mad about the witch when you heard that the Munchkins, the citizens of the land, were suffering because of her? I am pretty sure that you were, because I was too. But the main question I'm trying to ask you is, why do you only blame the witch? Many of you would answer that it is because the witch is the villain. But is she really? Let's find out about this. So this is another book called Wicked, which is the book about the behind stories of the original book, Wizard of Oz. In this book, the main character is the Wicked Witch of the West, an unnamed villain in the original work, and depicts her hidden past to what Dorothy has come to see. Now that you know what this book is basically about, I will shortly summarize the book. Alphaba, known as the Wicked Witch of the West, and her friend Glinda, the Good Witch, stand against animal oppression, racism, and war in Oz. Alphaba, who has greenish skin, had to face some difficulties during her childhood. She and her friend Glinda decides to take Dr. Delma's class at the university and learn about animal oppression in Oz. Unfortunately, Dr. Delma gets murdered, but Alphaba continues to study that he was working on about animals' rights. She also worked as a member of a secret organization. Somehow, Alphaba finds a magical book called Grimoire and learns how to use spells. After that, she was asked to help run a city called Nazareth from her father and declared that the city should be separated from the Munchkin land. Because of that, her reputation with Munchkins got low. Glinda was in the scene when Dorothy's house landed on her friend's sister. To prevent civil war from erupting in the politically unstable Munchkin land, Dorothy is given the shoes of Nazareth, and in hope of the wizard sending her back to Kansas, Glinda sends her to the Emerald City, wishing that the trouble will all disappear. And that's when the whole adventure with Dorothy begins. You might be wondering what I'm trying to say through these examples. To understand my point, I want us to try one activity. From now on, I will ask you some questions and you may answer to yourself. I periodically make new friends. Do you agree or disagree? Rather than introducing myself to a new person first at a party or event, I usually talk to someone I already know. Do you agree or disagree? It's easy to approach someone you're interested in and start a conversation. Do you agree or disagree? I want to spend time with other people rather than alone. Do you agree or disagree? These questions that I've asked you are an MBTI character test. Through this test, you can find out your characteristics. The questions that I've chosen can tell you if you're an introvert or extrovert, which is written as I and E more simply. An introvert is a person with qualities of a personality type known as introversion, which means that they feel more comfortable focusing on their inner thoughts and ideas rather than what's happening externally. They enjoy spending time with just one or two people rather than large groups or crowds. Extroverts are those who enjoy spending time with other people. They have a strong need to socialize and talk to others. Extroverted people are often seen as more sociable, confident, and outgoing. The test result told me that I am an extroverted person. It made me live as an extroverted person, whether it is true or not. I felt like staying home, but I went out just because of one alphabet letter. My friends and I ask each other what MBTI results we have and expected one another to act like one. This frames us from doing things like the villains in the books. Other than our MBTI results, there is also our age, nation, gender, number of siblings, and more things that make us have expectations from another person. We also have a pressure that we should stay in our images, which makes it difficult for us to change our fixed images. For example, everyone expects that I love spicy foods like other Korean students, but actually, I don't. Everyone expects that I use my spare time to work on my drawing since I have my drawing on the school calendar, but actually, I don't. Many believe that girls aren't passionate about playing sports, but actually, some of my girlfriends and I do love playing sports. When I was in 4th grade, I moved to another city. There, I was a new student unlike any other. Some rumors were going around at the time, and I, with zero information, judged a person by that rumor. The friend who had to suffer from the rumors was actually just a normal kid. In fact, I've got along pretty well with her, and I still connect her through chat or Zoom calls, even though it has been a year since we didn't meet face to face. I am pretty sure that you also have a similar experience as me. And sometimes, the friend isn't really fitting as well. Like we're judged by some stereotypes, we also judge others by stereotypes too. In society, it is important not to get along with gossip or made-up brain. Do you have a friend that you do not like? Why don't you like him or her? Is it related to their bad reputation? If so, I want you to get to know the person better. There could be behind-the-scenes stories that you might discover from the person. Thank you for listening.